As springtime approaches, backflow prevention is a very important topic, and here to discuss the finer points and help demystify the subject is Brad Burks, is our backflow inspector for the City of Hot Springs. Welcome, Brad.
Thank you.
So, spring is almost here, and this is a time of year when backflow prevention becomes a matter of education as well as compliance.
Yes, it does.
Why does the city, first of all, need a cross-connection control and backflow prevention program?
It's to safeguard our potable water. There's all kinds of contaminants that could possibly get into our drinking, our cooking, and our bathing water, and the backflow program is set up to ensure to the best of our ability that those contaminants do not enter into our drinking water.
Very good. Well, for those of us that need a definition, what is backflow, and then what is a backflow prevention assembly?
Backflow is the reverse flow of a non-potable water flowing into a potable water supply. And what was the next question?
Oh, the backflow prevention assembly. What is that?
The backflow prevention assembly is a device, it's an assembly that is put in place to have the best protection possible to keep backflow from happening to our potable water supply. It's a mechanical device that has a set of springs and washers and different things, apparatuses in it that safeguards our potable water against any type of backflow that could possibly happen.
Okay, so what is the process for installing or replacing a backflow prevention assembly?
To install or replace a backflow assembly, you have to have a permit through the City of Hot Springs, and you have to have a qualified licensed testing assembly tester with also a plumbing license. So it would be a plumbing contractor within the city limits of Hot Springs, and we have a list of all of those contractors at our office.
Well, that's helpful. Now, why do backflow prevention assemblies have to be tested in the first place?
Like any mechanical device, there's springs and washers and O-rings on there that could possibly fail over time, and so the testing is to ensure the quality of the device that's in there to protect our potable water.
And this is something that you have quite a bit of experience and knowledge about, because you yourself are a master plumber, right?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Okay, well, that helps as you oversee this program. You mentioned that you have a list, but how would people go about contacting a licensed backflow prevention tester?
Yes, ma'am. That's
How would
correct.
they go about contacting one of those?
They can contact our office, like I said before, and we have a list of all of the testers that are qualified to test within the City of Hot Springs. They're also, I'm sure they're in the yellow pages, or they're on the internet in different locations also.
Okay, very good. Then what kind of document would have to be returned to the City of Hot Springs as proof that testing has indeed taken place?
When the tester, he performs the test, he has to fill out a test and maintenance form. After that form is filled out, he delivers the form to me, and it's entered into our database at the city.
Okay, very good. So is there a way for a homeowner to verify that testing of their equipment has actually occurred?
Yes, there is. They can, like I said, they can contact us, and we can check into our database, and we can tell them the last time the valve was tested, who it was tested by, and when it is also due to be tested again. It's all in our computer database at the city.
Okay, very good. Lawns are getting ready to be sprinkled at this time of year, so does a lawn irrigation system require a backflow assembly?
Yes, ma'am. All of the lawn irrigation systems that are hooked to the city water supply, they have to have what's called an RPZ valve. It's a backflow preventer. It's the highest standard that there could possibly be to keep backflow from contaminating our potable water supply. And once these valves are installed, they have to be tested on a yearly basis.
Every year?
Every year they have to be tested, yes.
Okay, so does it have to be like clockwork, like 12 months to 12 months, or is there some variance there?
Our state plumbing code says it has to be tested annually. In our database, it tells us the exact date it was tested from the year before, and so we like to try to get it tested around the same date every year if possible.
Okay, very good. How much of an area are you covering as far as helping make sure that there is compliance to these requirements? I mean, what kind of an area do you serve?
The City of Hot Springs Water District serves 145 square miles. It's a pretty vast area that we serve.
Indeed. Now, are we talking only lawn sprinklers that you are needing to have this information about, or are there other types of situations in the city that also require backflow prevention assemblies.
Now, just not only lawn sprinklers, this is the peak time of the year for lawn sprinklers, but also all commercial buildings, hospitals, mortuaries. There's a whole list of different companies and different commercial applications and industrial applications that have to have backflow preventers installed.
So commercial is a big part of what you do,
Yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
As well as residential.
Yes, it is.
So do you have any goals for compliance?
Right now we're shooting for 90% compliant rate, and we're wanting to go higher than that, but if we can get at the 90% goal, we have talked to the state backflow engineer and they said 90% is a great goal to shoot for, and that's high compliance, but we want to be the best, we want to be the standard setter, and so we're going to go as close to 100% as we possibly can.
That's what we do at the City of Hot Springs. We lead and we don't follow, right?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
So it's good to have a high goal, and of course each of you that are listening to this segment today and learning a little bit more about backflow prevention can help spread the word that you may perhaps need to contact the City of Hot Springs for information to get going if you haven't already gotten on a regular testing program.
Yes, that is correct.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add as we wrap up?
No, ma'am, I think you covered it all.
Okay, well, very good. Please remember that backflow prevention applies to neighborhoods such as the one that we're in today, the lovely Forest Lakes Garden Homes, but it also applies to business and commercial as well.
Yes, that is
and
correct.
Is there a phone number that they can call if they do have any questions about backflow prevention?
Yes, 321-6848, and also it's on our city's website. My name is Brad Burks. You can shoot me an email and I can answer any questions or help you in any way possible.
Excellent. When you're not out in the field, of course.
That's correct.
That's right. Well, Brad, thank you for taking a few minutes today to explain the basics, and if you need more information, as he said, contact him or refer to the city's website. And next week, we'll bring you more city news.